Are you a real estate investor who's thinking about getting your real estate license? This is a question I've answered thousands of times before. By the end of today's video, you'll know 3 powerful reasons why you should get your real estate license as an investor and how to multiply your income as a result. Warning! Some investors in certain states may even be breaking the law if you're buying and selling real estate without a license. What's up, world? I'm Dylan Tanaka, and I'm known as a hybrid investor agent. I'm a full-time real estate investor and real estate broker. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future content that I drop. Make sure to leave a comment on what you thought about today's video. I'll always respond to every single comment. And later in this video, I'll share a link with you to the Hybrid Agent Academy. This is my free 6-week masterclass that's only available to my subscribers. In the academy, you'll be introduced to insider concepts, which will help you understand why you should be a hybrid investor agent and how to immediately increase your profits on every single deal you do with proven results from other agents from around the nation. So let's get going. The number one benefit to having your license as a real estate investor is having full access to the MLS. The multiple listing service is where agents list properties. You can get true comps, have access to public record data, and even assessing. So let's drill into each one of these very quickly. You can list and sell your own properties, whether you're doing it as an investor or an agent. True comparables means you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt without having to go to Zillow or Redfin or making guesses on what properties have sold for in specific neighborhoods. So you'll have the exact data that the most important person in the future deal, which is the appraiser, will see. So you'll know exactly what properties have sold for and probably will sell for. Having access to public record data. If you're a real estate investor, you understand what skip tracing is. Well, having access to public record data is kind of like having skip tracing available to you. You're not going to get phone numbers and emails, but you can find out who owns every property and get their mailing information, which makes it a lot easier to get in touch with these people. When you talk about having access to assessing, not every property is sold on the MLS, right? So what happens if a property isn't sold on the MLS with the real estate agent? Where is that sale reported? How do we as investors know what the true sale price was? Well, you can go down to the county courthouse or the Hall of Records, depending where you live, or dial right into assessing through the MLS as a licensed real estate agent. You can list and sell your own deals. This is huge because you can save on commissions. Much more importantly, you get to retain control of the transaction. You're not waiting for a real estate agent that you hired to tell you what's happening with this property that you've spent all this time, effort, energy, and money on. You are in control of that sale. You can make offers on properties the minute they become available, and you don't have to wait for an agent to do it. You're not sitting around hoping to get an email back. You see a deal that pops up on the open market, bam, you get to make an offer in your name or your company's name. Plus, you can represent yourself and earn or save the whole commission typically. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. Another exciting part about having access to the MLS is you can find deals for other investors. As a real estate investor, you might wholesale, you might buy, fix, and flip, you might even keep rentals. But if you are a deal finder, if you're the kind of person who's out there finding wholesales or deals for other investors that you're selling those deals to, why not have access to the MLS and simply sell some of those properties to investors? Just because they're on the MLS doesn't mean it's not a good deal. There are always great deals available on the MLS, and I have a few friends from around the nation who are mega successful, and that's how they find all of their deals is through the MLS. Now you can list houses or properties for other investors too. We're going to get a little bit deeper on that. And here's my first power tip of today's video. Do you wholesale properties or do you want to wholesale properties? If so, why not make it a part of the initial deal when you're talking to that wholesale buyer that you as the licensed agent who's bringing them a deal, even though you're an investor also, you get to relist this property once the rehab is done and earn that commission instead of giving it to somebody else. The second big benefit of having a real estate license is really simple: money. So what do I mean by money? Picture this. As an investor, you buy and sell only one house a year. Again, I know people from around the country who are doing hundreds of properties a year, but let's start out small. Let's just say you buy one house a year and you buy this house for $150,000. You've got to put some work into it. And when you list it to sell it, it's going to go for $275,000 after it's rehab. On the first transaction, you could make or save an extra $4,500. How did I get to that number? Usually real estate commissions are 6%. Half of that goes to the buyer's agent, half of that goes to the listing agent. So 3% on your $150,000 purchase is $4,500. And you're not paying another agent's commission with that money. You are earning it. Then when you go to resell the home, you can save another 3%. And this is where it really gets juicy. 3% on that $275,000, which is $8,250. A grand total of $12,750 more profit on every single rehab you do. I don't know about you, but me, I want to do a lot more than just one rehab a year. So on every rehab, if you could save $12,000 just by having your license, why the heck wouldn't you do it? If that's not reason enough to have your license, I don't know what is. Benefit number 3, all of the retail referrals that you are probably throwing away. And ask me how I know. Once you start telling your friends and family and your coworkers that you are a real estate investor who buys and sells properties, the majority of them are going to think that you are an agent. They will come to you and ask you to list their homes or help them find new ones. As a hybrid agent, you can choose to work both sides of the business and earn the commissions by representing the client. However, here's where you can really supercharge your business and save a lot of time, but make more money. One of the main reasons I chose the company that I did to hold my license was for this exact reason. Now, after 20 years as a real estate entrepreneur, I constantly have people reaching out to me for commissionable real estate work. As a licensed agent, I'm able to refer these clients to another agent in my organization who will agree to pay me a handsome referral fee. There is no limit to how much business you can refer out every single year, and you can receive a percentage of the commission from those sales. Here's my next power tip. You want every single person in your world and life that you come in contact with to have your name pop up in their head first when they think about real estate. I know many investors, plus in my own business, I refer out clients every single month that I earn referral fees for. This is a game changer. And remember, not all brokerages encourage this type of behavior. Although it's 100% legal under RESPA guidelines, some of the old school companies, they kind of frown upon it. It doesn't matter if it's investment real estate, retail real estate, or anything in between. As a hybrid investor agent, you can help them and make money at the same time. You deserve to be with a disruptive company that is built for us real estate entrepreneurs. If you found value in today's video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications every time I drop content on this channel. Make sure to leave me a comment on what you thought about today's video. I always respond to every comment that I receive. If you already consider yourself a hybrid investor agent, or you want to learn more about how to become a hybrid investor agent, you can join the Hybrid Academy free, where you'll learn how to close more deals with higher profits practically every time. I'll see you on the next video.